Yo, what is up everybody? Welcome to a brand new video here on the channel. So hope you guys are all having an amazing Friday. Finally, it is Friday. I know it's been a fairly quiet week on this channel. I've been very freaking busy. Again, people like saying hello on my castles. Good job to Sinister Alliance, not gonna lie. Very well coordinated. Just across the board, not gonna lie. Fairly impressive. Congrats on the new castles. Was a good fight, definitely. I know both sides got a lot of glory. I know I did, for sure. But, yep, I guess we will probably be seeing more of each other in the future. But I just want to say that publicly. Y'all did very well. And yeah, it has been a fun couple of days. Very sleepless nights, though. So it was nice getting some sleep last night, not gonna lie. So I'm ready to start talking about the season. We have a complete season now. We have the new Sorcerer, spell-wise and all of that. And in this video, we're going to be going over the Riders and the Dragons. Now, we will not be going over the Mythics. That will be in a separate video because there's a lot to talk about as far as the Mythics go. Make sure, by the way, that you collect all the spooky pumpkins, just so you guys know that is still going on. You have a couple more days left until that is completed. You get, like, free prizes and a Necrix portrait. So, don't be like me, and I actually missed a freaking day because of the assaults. So, yeah, don't be like me. Make sure you claim all of that. And, yeah, let's go ahead and start going. So, let's start with the Dragons. All right, also, what in the world? I'm literally not even touching the screen right now. It's, like, scrolling everywhere. All right, so we have the new one, Cathal. He's a decent dragon. He's not terrible. Alright, I'll give him that. He's not a terrible dragon. But, do I think he is worth going for if you're trying to go for a mythic? Absolutely not. He doesn't give you a key for one. Also, in my opinion, you have much better options, right? Because if you're going for a mythic and you're free to play, or even if you're not free to play, alright, you should have gone for the half-price dragon, period. Like, that's just a granted. That you should have gone for the half-priced, at least during the half-price, like, discounted 2 weeks, okay? So, Cathal, I'm going to kind of leave out of this because he's not really something that I would suggest going for. Okay, so that leaves us with Colusa, Haiku, and Showgroth. So, I made a video on that in particular, specifically Showgroth versus Colusa. In my opinion, Colusa is a better dragon. I will personally be using him because, not gonna lie, man, Lucian after level 90's buff, he just can't do it anymore. I think Colusa has the ability to, due to his, like, continual, like, cloaking and uncloaking and the white death gaze, so I think he has viability. And I know a lot of people really enjoy flying him. He's not that complicated to fly, so he's kind of a good overall dragon to get. And out of the three that we have, I would definitely suggest going for him. So let's say you got Haiku, right? And you're looking to figure out, like, you want a dragon and you want a dragon rider, which is definitely not a bad idea. For most players, in my opinion, the base boost branch is not worth it. Unless you have a really solid base and your base is crucial to the success of your team in, like, Warriors or Atlas like mine is, simply because I have the biggest base, you know, it gives some good rewards, but it is temporary, right? You have to think about how, you know, are you going to be able to use this long term? And that's really where the base boost branch is not necessarily as ideal. It does give you good bonuses, right? It gives you good gold chests and rewards and elemental embers, but you can get that from other branches and still have something that you can use continually, okay? So that's my opinion on that. If you're just going to get 3 branches and you're a lower level or maybe not the best base in your team, or you're working on your base boost branch isn't worth it, okay? So that leaves you with the dragons and the dragon riders. And out of the 3, right, so you get Haiku, alright? The next branch I would personally get is Colusa. Colusa, like I said, is an amazing freaking dragon. Now, Showgroth, I know a lot of people have found use for him. He is definitely a little bit easier to fly than Colusa. Colusa requires a tiny bit more skill. Showgroth is, I swear, I switch his pronunciation every freaking time. But Showgroth is a little bit more like you just spam down whatever you can, and then you cloak, and then you come out, you spam down, and then you cloak. Like, it's pretty freaking repetitive, right? There's not a whole lot of thinking that goes on in it. While Colusa has some of that hunter, like, mechanical stuff, right? So that's really what determines how well you're going to be able to fly Colusa versus Showgroth. Now, The third branch. I know some people really want Vivian because of the portrait. I don't blame you. The portrait looks freaking sick. I may actually be going for Gig because, like I said, Lucien is starting to struggle. And I would not mind getting Gig because I have seen him do fairly well cleaning up. I've not seen a single Gig wipe my base just with Gig. I've seen 2 Gigs sort of wipe my base, but it was only me defending. With 2 defenders or 3 defenders, definitely not. Simply because of repairs. He just can't kill anything. But, yeah, in my opinion, Vivian is not worth it. Why? Because we have an Atlas Rider in the Atlas season that is better than Vivian. And that's free, right? Now, if you're saying, okay, well, I'm new to Atlas and I can't get that defense rider yet, here's the deal, guys. These blue rider shards that you can hire, like, the defense riders with are universal. Meaning that even if you can't get the 500 rider shards to hire, where is he? Where is it? Am I blind? I may be blind. Where the heck? Oh, here it is. Wakanda Forever. Does he not look like a freaking Black Panther? Like one of those warriors? Does he not? He does. Alright, sorry, I had to say that. Okay, so let's say you can't get all 500 shards. You maybe only get like 250. These blue rider shards can be used after the season over on previous Dragon Riders from Atlas. So assuming that next season they have blue Dragon Rider shards, you can still use them to hire this guy next Atlas season. So even if you can't finish it, you can still do it next season. So in my opinion, Vivian, just for that reason, is not worth the shards, or the sigils, sorry. In my opinion, Reginald is a better use, because he's not a terrible Dragon Rider. Overall, he's fairly solid. He's pretty average as far as stat-wise goes. Actually a little bit above average. He's a good Dragon Rider for, let's say, like a Namaka or Showgroth or, you know, whatever invoker you have, because he has base dragon stats. He doesn't have, like, dragon attack, right? So, for example, let me show you. If you go to this guy right here, and you look at all of his buffs, you'll notice that it says plus, like, 6% dragon attack. It's not like warrior dragon attack or hunter dragon attack, like some dragon riders. So he's usable and universal on all of them. Also ignore the name. Because does he not look like a grandpappy? You know? Papi. I'm not wrong. So yeah, definitely, those are the 3 branches that I would personally go for. Alright, the Haikyuu, Colusa, and then Reginald to finish it off. Yeah. Not bad. I think those 3 branches are worth it. I know some people like getting the base boost for their base. I do personally, because again, if you have a really solid base and you have good defense gear, then yeah, it actually boosted a ton. Like without the defense boost, it goes down like 4 billion defense, which is quite significant, right? Like that's a lot of freaking defense. So I know some people make that argument. Again, it really depends on your situation. But yeah, overall, in general, I think those are the 3 branches to go for. I know a lot of people like going for the timer mission branch / the egg token branch, which is definitely not a bad option. By the way, this is not worth it. Like, these, don't get the timers. This is not, by the way, this is not for, like, getting the timer bonus. The timer bonus is included in the Wither Moon Season Mission bonus branch. Right here, if you read it, it says plus 20% on breeding tokens earned from egg token missions and timers. So if you got this for the breeding tokens, which by the way, if you're like a lower level, this is actually probably the most beneficial thing that you could get in an entire season, just so you're aware. And I forget to mention that at times because, again, I haven't gone in several seasons because, like, I have, like, almost over 1 million egg tokens now, like, just constantly. So it's not really necessarily a big deal for me, but for you guys, it is definitely a very valuable resource. So, anyways, that is the season at a glance. I will go ahead and record the Mythic Dragons right after this so we can get both videos out for you guys, because I know there's been a lack of videos, so I apologize about that, but I hope you guys found it at least somewhat useful. And, yeah, congratulations to everyone who's getting Mythics. And I'll let you guys know what I think about all those in an upcoming video. So, you guys have an amazing weekend, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out, y'all.